Not today, pal. Not today.
Before we started, you were just talking about how it's sometimes it's surprising to me that you won't just take like cash grabs when it comes to like acting. Like if you were just talking about you had an audition for something and you were like, I'll pass because even though it's probably going to be a big thing, you were like, it just was not. We won't get into the specifics. Yeah.
Well, I think I don't know if I've earned the right, but I have come to a place in my life where I don't want to be in a position that I mean, I'm preaching to the choir here, that I don't want to be in something that I know I'm not enjoying. Like that should be for somebody that wants to be there. If I'm going to take a position that's not going to make me happy, that's such a waste of everybody's time, and especially mine, for me. So, yeah.
I would just, I could like, I kind of get to the point sometimes with acting where like, if I was doing it as much as you were like, you do stuff, you audition for things, if I was active in that way and I got offered like these cash grabs, I think I would just be like, fine, fuck it. Like I don't, especially if it's a movie. If it's a movie and you know the beginning, middle, and end and you could be done. Yeah. When it's a show and you don't know what's coming, it's tougher.
Yes. And could possibly be a very long-yeared commitment.
And do you also worry like, I don't want this on my resume?
No. I'm over that. Right. I think it's the Wild West now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like
you're doing this pod. I get it.
No, I don't have an ego and a preciousness about projects. I think it's more am I going to be happy? As I have other streams of income at the moment, and I don't know. It's not where I'm at right now. Who knows where I could be a year or two from now, but right now, no.
Well, that's something you don't want to do. And now I'm very excited to bring to you something I think you're really going to want to do.
Okay.
And I'm not joking around. This is something I think you're going to be really excited about. So I think what we want to do either next week or in 2 weeks, we'll figure out how long it's going to take to do. I think we should do a little game show here. Here's what I'm thinking. I know. Here comes the autism. I don't know how you want to set it up. Here's what I was thinking, but I think we'll figure it out. I'm thinking it's me against you.
Okay.
We do 3 games, and again, because of copyright things,
3 rounds.
3 rounds, yeah. We'll do something like, but not a Family Feud.
Okay.
Something like, but not like the kind of pyramid, like passwordy thing.
Okay.
I don't find Wheel of Fortune fun, and also like you need the thing. I don't like Wheel of Fortune. I'd rather do something else.
They could reveal letters for us.
I know, but I think I'd rather find a third one. We could talk about this. I didn't want to talk about it to you now because I wanted to reveal it to you on the pod. But what I'm thinking is, what I think could be fun is, what if me and you each pick a team? What if we pick
people?
What if we
girls versus boys? Let's go, girls.
Okay, you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you guys are comfortable with me on your team. Okay.
Yeah, I'd prefer it.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I'm going to come in so jacked up, too. I'm going to take one of Cutter's Adderalls. I'm going to fucking lock in, man.
Yeah, you guys are going to win.
Yeah.
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 So, because what I was thinking maybe we'll let Cougar and Ennie fight it out, or do Zolo. See, I want Zolo on the squad, but then who do we need?
Maybe you need Tanner because he's so young. Like pop culture shit.
I was thinking, do I want to go content? And I go with Tanner. But if I actually want to win, I was thinking that I maybe go Zolo Ennie because I know Ennie was with us at the breakout house, whatever that thing was.
The escape room.
The escape room. And I liked his vibe.
He did commit.
Yeah,
I was really appreciative of him.
He was willing to do anything to win, including cheat.
He did also cheat.
Right.
He did try to pick a lock.
He did pick the lock.
He did pick the lock. He picked the lock.
So that's but that's what I'm saying. If the 3 of you and then Ennie are not in the booth, do we have a crew to work the pod if we're...
All right, I guess it depends who's here with us that day.
Yeah, we can work it.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. All we need, really,
I'm
right?
like already hearing like game show music in my head right now. I'm so happy.
Yeah. So and that's the thing. Jamie will get on calls after work for this. Like we got Jamie's full
I'm
attention.
here.
Yeah.
I will. You know how good I am at arts and crafts. I'll build something. What do you need?
So what do we need? Like a buzzer,
That's
right? We need
sarcasm, by the way.
we need like 2 buzzers.
Got
One
those.
for
We can
one.
just get little bells.
But again, I think we need to change this set for a day.
Yeah,
And do
into a
like
game
a
show.
standing on this side, standing on that side. Do we have that?
Okay.
Zolo? Do we have something where
Something we could stand behind each of us. Well, why can't we just have
We
two
can get
the
something
two
for sure. If we
benches?
don't
We could
have
just
it, we
put
can
the two
get it.
benches.
Because
and move
I
this.
think if we're gonna do a game show, we should be standing. If you're all right with that,
course I'm
I
okay
would
with that.
rather be standing at the desk. I think it brings an energy.
As long as I have something to lean on, I'm fine.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we get that thing.
Okay.
We'll look at the place that we did the game shows and show them, and maybe we get something like it. But it's
Okay.
like I don't like the Dr. Drew's desk or whatever. We have 2 of those, even if it's just one long thing. I think the energy of a game show, like
It needs you to stand.
yeah, you want to be standing out. You want to be amped up. We're like if we're all
What
just
am I gonna wear?
She
Do we have a
gets so
team
excited.
color?
Whatever you want.
All right, we need to discuss.
Yeah. Oh, are we doing team names? Yeah, or just
Yes.
boys versus girls?
Yes, we will think of this.
Okay.
There's a lot of creative people here that I'm going to hand that baton to.
What do we think? Because if we're talking 3 games, right? So we do something that's like the pyramid password kind of thing. We do something that's the Family Feud type thing. What's a good 3rd game that we can do?
Pictionary? Like have to draw it?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't love that for the listeners.
Right. Okay, right.
We'll
So that's
figure
good
out-
for listening. So it
Yeah,
could be like
yeah.
just a question and an answer.
Yeah. We could figure out a 3rd game.
Yeah. I mean, there's like name that tune.
Yeah, but we can't do music on here because
Oh.
of copyright. Whatever. We won't bore the listeners with this part. We'll figure this part out. But we'll get a 3rd. We'll just what are the top 10 most popular game shows? Can you Google that?
I
Because
mean,
then we
Wheel
could
of
just
Fortunes or Jeopardy.
yeah, we could do a Jeopardy kind of thing. I don't know how fun that is. Price is Right. We could do a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is all right. We could do that match game, something like that. Supermarket Sweep would be the
Sweep.
best. That would be so.
Oh my.
Is this working already? I hope it works better on the day.
Oh my God, I want one on my nightstand.
Yeah.
Put one on my tombstone.
Yeah. Wow. Even though you're not going to be under there,
Yeah. You know it.
the real listeners know what that means.
The real fans know
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Yeah. Well, this is it. This is
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's.
Okay.
What is match game like? It's like you.
Oh, we could do Hollywood Squares.
We could do a Hollywood Squares kind of thing.
No,
we
but
could do
then
like
you need other. We need more than 6 people.
But you know what we could do? We could do like a tic-tac-toe trivia thing where there's a board and we
okay.
go and then we have some kind of trivia thing.
Or like newlywed game. We can do it where who knows each other better, you or me, where we can ask each other. We could do a part where we have to ask questions and see if we get the answers correctly.
That could be good. But we don't know the questions. They got to come up with them from the pod. Maybe. Are you
Yes.
smarter than a 5th grade? All right. Again, we'll figure out the 3rd game.
Okay. But I like this. This is great.
Or we could do cash cab. That'll work in here, right?
What's your first stop on Supermarket Sweep? Always the meat and the
turkeys.
medicine.
Yeah, you go right to
The
the
meat
turkeys.
and the medicine.
Yeah. Or unless you
And
see a
diapers,
bonus.
formula.
Unless you see like a big inflated
The big
dinosaur
inflated, yeah.
somewhere, then you got to run to that.
Yeah.
The Supermarket Sweep was the best. So awesome. And then
I
what
would
was the,
get like adrenaline rushes watching it.
there was another one that like went after Supermarket Sweep. I think that was also kind of like shopping, right?
Well, Price is Right. You had to guess.
Yeah, Price is Right. Was it what's the one that Wayne Brady hosts now?
Whose line is it?
No,
Oh,
Let's Make a Deal.
Let's Make a Deal.
That one
I don't
was
like that.
See, I like
one.
the old one. The new one is too gimmicky.
That show, I don't get it.
I
I'm
like
like, why
the-
is everyone in a strange costume? I don't get it.
Yeah, no, that part is weird, but the old one was really good. The
Yeah.
new one, it's a little too like, it's like it feels like theater kids like wilding out a little, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of theater kids, did you and again, sorry if we had talked about this before, I forget. But you've taken acting classes. We've talked about that. But did you take singing classes when you were like coming up as a singer,
Yes.
Broadway?
Singing lessons, yes.
So when did that start?
When I was 8.
When you were 8 years old, you started taking singing.
Sang every single day of my life, every minute I could until I was 19 or 20. And then I stopped singing when I was 25 and then didn't sing again until I was 39 or 40 for something I was like my first time singing again. And then just recently, Bo takes singing lessons now because, he loves music.
All right.
So when I drop him, it's such a like surreal, like full circle, like moment for me, like driving my kid to a singing lesson and like he goes in and I just wait in the car and I've like decided I'm just going to start singing again just for me. Cause it's like, it's reconnecting to like a part of myself, like something that brought me a lot of joy. It has nothing to do with a role or like Broadway. And I think for me, I knew I couldn't do that anymore physically. So like singing became like a point of grief for me. So now it's just a point of simple joy.
Right. So when you mean you're going to start singing again.
I just like sing for like I wasn't, when I say I stopped singing, like I didn't sing in the shower. I didn't sing in the car. Like I wouldn't even sing a note.
So if you really liked a song, you would just hear it in your head and you would just like, did you fight the urge or you didn't have the urge?
I didn't have the urge.
This is, I mean, talk about double autism. You just doubled
Yeah.
down on the, so what made you decide I'm done singing?
Grief, sadness around it, pain, like just.
What was the
Because
sadness?
for me, singing was associated with being on stage, with being on Broadway, with the way I grew up and what I did for so much of my life. And then because I felt like I physically could no longer do it, it just, anytime I tried to sing, I would like cry. I would get so sad. And then nothing in my life like presented me with any opportunities to sing. So I just kind of stopped. And then it just didn't become something that I craved to do even anymore. Like and then I was like only listening to podcasts and like not to music. And like I never listened to music, like ever.
So when you would go to a concert, you just sit there quiet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unless I was like at NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, I'd be quiet. Yeah.
You wouldn't be quiet then.
I would not be quiet if I was like at a boy band concert because that's just,
Yeah.
who can?
Wow, that's crazy. Because I think I'm a horrible singer. I sing all the fucking time. Like when I'm.
Yeah, but that's the point. I think I've started to reframe it where I'm like, it doesn't have to be for something. It can literally just be for me and my own enjoyment and that own resonance and like vibration in my body that like feels really good. And
Yeah.
so, and because I can't do so many physical things and like things that are outlet that like feel like get me moving, singing is starting to feel like it's like getting me moving again.
Yeah.
So it's because of Bo, because he's
That's right.
obsessed.
Wow,
Yeah.
talk about full circle moment.
I know.
I meant that could be the name, the name of your lifetime movie. Singing healed me.
Oh.
Yeah, Jamie-Lee starts singing again.
Imagine.
I can't. If
Don't
you
ever
told,
make a movie on my life.
I'm gonna admit something really embarrassing right now, Jamie.
I'm proud of you.
I used to carry a giant, crusty leather wallet that was falling apart.
I hated it.
I know, it barely fit in my pocket, and honestly, it made sitting uncomfortable.
You looked it.
Switching to Ridge was a game changer. The design is slim, modern, and it still holds up to 12 cards plus cash.
It's nice.
Ridge wallets are built from premium materials like aluminum, titanium, and carbon fiber, with over 50 styles to choose from and with a lifetime warranty. It's the last wallet you'll ever need.
Never need another one.
And I love the peace of mind knowing it has RFID blocking technology. That means your info is safe from digital pickpocketers.
Wow.
Yeah, no surprise. They've reached over 100,000 5-star reviews. That's over 100 times more 5-star reviews than this podcast.
That's right.
Here's the
Not
deal.
like Ridge Wallet.
For a limited time, our listeners get 10% off at Ridge. Just head to ridge.com and use code NOTTODAY at checkout. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about Ridge. Please support the show and let them know that you heard about it here. Don't wait. Upgrade your wallet now. Go to ridge.com and use code NOTTODAY. If you told me right now, I'll give you $10 million to not sing for the next year, I think I'd make it. I don't think I'd make it till tomorrow.
Really?
because I just forget. Like I think I'd be in the shower,
Singing
I'd be
is
like,
just
baby,
a-
baby, baby. Like
Wow.
you'd say some shit. Like
Yeah. Look, I'm sure it represents a whole other lot of things that I've just shut down over the years with myself of like just not letting myself like just have that kind of like freedom. So I think I'm in a time in my life where I'm just accepting. I'm like not fighting what I have anymore. I'm not trying to fix myself. I'm not every day trying to be different than what I have. I have a degenerative disease. It's what it is. And so I think there's like a settling in of myself that's allowing me now to like do things that are more joyful. Does
yeah,
that make sense?
of course. And do you think that was gonna come anyway as you got older? Or do you think there's
No.
things that are
I think it's just I've done a lot of work around it. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you think like obviously with Bo getting sick, do you think that changed things for you?
For sure. I mean, yeah, I think when you are close to losing a child, it throws everything into perspective. And then just the year that we had following and just kind of all of the things, I mean, it just shifts life into it's like Technicolor now. You know what I mean? It was like black and white and it's color now. It's just like so much more precious. And, you know, I think all of true healing to me is just a shift in perspective. It doesn't necessarily mean your circumstances change, but when you look at things differently, you can feel better and move through the world better. And I feel like as difficult as the last year has been for our family, it's moved us all into a much nicer way of living, thankfully, with
Yeah.
the outcome we had.
You know,
Grief is waves. It's like an ocean. It really just takes you for a ride and you have no control. And I think the only lesson in it is kind of just surrendering into like and accepting whatever's coming up, wherever you're at, and just knowing that you need to acknowledge it. You know, obviously there's times to move through it and there's modalities to help you move through it, but not to get too deep, but over the summer, like I've done a lot of therapy. I did something called EMDR therapy. I think I talked about it here, where it's like a trauma therapy. And then I did ketamine therapy, which is the most powerful thing I've ever experienced in my life. It was, I mean, it took me to the fucking moon. And like, I was like, like no seatbelt, like that voice in my head that likes to chat was not even in the car. It was like removed from the situation. And in part of like my journey, there was this like, because I had a playlist going and an eye mask, and my therapist was next to me with like pen and paper that if I spoke, she'd kind of write down what I'd said. And there was this moment where it was just like all light and love and joy. And right, we think that's the goal. We think that's the place that we all want to exist. And yes, obviously that's an incredible feeling, but I was like existing there for maybe a couple of minutes. And then after a while, I was kind of like, if it was just this, like, would I even know that this was joy and love and light? Like, you kind of start to understand and feel like the privilege we have to kind of feel the full spectrum of emotions. And then it's terrible, but life is for learning, and it comes with pain and it comes with experience, but it makes you grow. And I don't know, I think it just gave me an appreciation for the human experience, like kind of existing there. You're like, what else would be there if we were all just like flowers and happy and love? Like, obviously that's a place to return to, but you know, life is not for that all the time.
And where were you doing this?
In my therapist's office.
Wow. And how many sessions was it?
I've only done one so far. You
Oh,
have to space them
wow.
out. Yeah, it was last week.
Wow.
Yeah, it was intense. It was a lot. I'm still like kind of piecing together. But there was like one thing that like made me really feel like confirming, because you come out of it and you're like, okay, I was just on like some strong ass drugs. Like, what the fuck? Like, is that even real? Like, do I even believe this shit? And when I was in that like euphoric state, I have a friend who came to my mind. I haven't spoken to her in I don't know how long. Our kids used to be best friends back in LA. I love her. She's dope. But I was like, oh, like, what are you doing here? Like, hi, whatever. Again, have not spoken to her in years. I came out of the ketamine therapy, and when I was like not seeing double anymore and looked at my phone, she texted me during it. You just popped in my mind. Hi, girl. How are you? And I was like, okay, I'm a fucking believer. Like, that's too fucking weird. I was like, well, I think you and I were just dancing in some other realm somewhere. I'll explain it to you later, but like, can't wait to catch up.
So when you say you're a believer, you believe in what?
To me, that was like a confirmation that whatever I experienced in that moment was truth. Like, sometimes you're just like, was that real? But my intention going into it, I'm sorry if this is boring for anybody, but my intention going into it was, I want to just embody what I know is true. There's just always so much doubt. There's always so much questioning that comes up for me. And I've done so much work around it. I'd like to know what it's like to exist with like a more knowing and believing and trusting what I know, which allows you to kind of, I don't know, ride the wave that we were talking about a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because when we were, since we're going deep, me and my friend were like, when I was in New York, we were just doing these walks of like, one day it was like 38,000 steps.
Wow.
And like, we're just walking and talking. We're walking all around New York City, and one of the things that came up was like, if you were talking to a 20-year-old who's like, I had a rough life. I'm trying to like, I want to become an adult, or like, I'm ready to start listening now. And I'm ready to shift into like, from out of this, like, playing as a kid and like, ready to enter life as an adult and mature, or maybe
Yeah.
I'm starting a family, who knows? But this person is going to soak up what you say and is going to listen and whatever. Like, what are the things you would want to pass? Like, would you feel like, oh, here's what I should pass on? Like,
I mean, I don't know if I'm in like a place to offer wisdom. I still feel very much like a student of life.
But it doesn't have to be right or wrong. It's just like, what have you learned? Like, everybody's taken lessons from
Yeah.
life at
One of the most important lessons I think I've learned, especially in the process of like writing my book and kind of having this like bird's eye view of my life, because when you go over and over and over it, you just start kind of not detaching, but it's almost becomes this story, even though it's my life. It's like the story that I'm reading that I wrote. I think life will continue to bring you to the same road until you choose to take it. And to me, there's a lot of comfort in that you're never going to miss out on the lesson. Eventually, when you're ready to go down that road, and it's usually the road that you're most resistant to take. It's usually the decision you're most resistant to, the person you're most resistant to, the job, the opportunity, the whatever. It's usually that one, but I had one that I clearly saw was being presented to me for so long, and I just wasn't taking the bait. I had created so many different stories around it, and then it came to me when I was 43 years old, and I finally took it, and it changed so much for me. So there's some comfort in knowing, I think, that life will do that for you.
Yeah. I think because
There's always a chance.
Right. What I said to my friend, to me, and again, like, this isn't supposed to be like, this is right for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
everyone should, this is just from me. What I've taken is like, I always have to go with my gut on things.
You're so good at that.
I have to do it because I've gone with my gut before and been wrong. And I look back and I can handle that. I go, you know what? I made this decision. I was wrong. And it's that easy for me to forget. It really is. Like, I go, hey, that's what I did. But when I have a gut feeling, and again, that doesn't mean don't listen to anybody and don't listen to people's opinions in this, but when you're trying to make a decision, it's taking a long time, and it's like, I have this, my gut is telling me to do this, but maybe other people are saying this, or, I'm kind of being told, hey, maybe you should do this, maybe you should, but my gut is pulling me one way. It's like, I have to go that way, because in the past, if I ever listen to other people and that thing ends up not being the right thing, I hold so much resentment, not just to them, not even mainly to them, mainly to me.
That's my whole fucking life. That's what my whole fucking book's about. Yeah.
Right. Of just being so disappointed and not listening to myself, of being like, so you knew this answer. Here's what you felt. Here's what you were being pulled towards. And instead you went this way because you listened to and it's been a fucking long time since I've done that, because I realized this.
Yeah.
And again, when you talk about like ketamine and this, like, I think I did learn a lot of that from all the drugs I did. Like, it wasn't always in a therapeutic state, but like, you go to these places where you're like, whoa, like, this is what matters, and you feel like you're looking at the world from like a bird's eye view of
shifts,
like,
yeah.
of just,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
And
Yeah.
again, that's not like the message is like, don't listen to anybody. Fuck
No,
everybody.
by the way,
you know?
somebody's advice could all of a sudden give you a gut feeling. Of course,
Totally.
you want to, you want to, reach out and open yourself up to people that have experience and that you love and respect. But ultimately, in the end of the day, like you're saying, it's your decision of what you do and choose to do.
Yeah. And yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool.
Do we have a memory lane?
Those are the talks like Rob and I will hang, and by the end of the night, these are the types of things we talk about.
Yeah. I know what this
Me
is.
too. This is when
Yeah.
you came to see me in Love, Loss, and What I Wore in 2010.
Ding, ding, ding.
Wow. Way to go. Yeah. And what was this? Like a play?
This was
Not
that
a play.
This was when you were mad at me. Remember, I left and went to go meet that dude.
Yeah. No, I wasn't mad. This is the first time ever where I was like, oh, it felt like you didn't do the right thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was
And
like,
I didn't.
And but again, I wasn't mad at you because you always go through life doing the right thing, and I know you try so hard, so I knew it wasn't like a thing. But I was like, wow, I never felt like, because it wasn't because you went to go see that dude. It was because we went to go see Jamie in this play, and then it was like, oh, we'll wait outside for Jamie, and we're waiting. I don't know, a half hour or some shit like
You were?
because there's like a whole bunch of people outside at first, and then people are coming out like. Or the people, and maybe they're like saying hello to people, and they're this, and like me and Ron were just waiting for you, and we're waiting for you, and we're waiting for you, and then Lance came by and was like, oh no, Jamie left, and we were like, oh, she did, and it was like, yeah, she went to go meet blah blah blah, and we were like, oh, okay, and again, because you always do the right thing,
asshole.
like if you were somebody who fucked up all the time, I'd be like, what a fucking bitch,
I
like
was.
how
That
not?
was a fucking
no,
bitch,
no, no.
yeah.
Listen, this is
It's okay. I can accept it.
but also, there's a thing of like you just performed and maybe you didn't want to come out where all these people were and being like, you know.
No, I was going to meet a dude.
I was more so just shocked that I didn't have a text of being like, hey, I bounced. I would have been like,
can't believe
okay.
I didn't either.
Like, yeah, and I was just we were just
So
standing at there. But
sorry.
again, like, look at me. I'm clearly still drinking and bloated, right? What year was this again? What'd you say?
2010.
2010. So yeah. I'm alcoholic here. I have no right to be mad at anybody for, what them not doing the right thing. But yeah. But this was like but was it a like it wasn't a full play, it was like you guys
no,
read
it was
stuff?
like, yeah, we were all on stage and we read different women's essays
Oh,
about,
so it was like vagina monologues
correct.
kind of vibe.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. All right. So I was just staying with somebody for a few weeks in New York,
Mm-hmm.
and it reminds you of your annoying habits that you have,
Mm-hmm.
because I started realizing, I'm like, wow, I remember things that 15 years ago that women I dated were like, oh, like it's so annoying when you do that. And then I'm still doing them 15 years later. I'm like,
Right.
fuck. So one of the things that I do, and listen, I have many, but the two that stood out the most from this trip was like, I have a thing where I'm like, like, sorry for doing that right in the mic. But I'll be like, like I'll just be watching TV and literally just having no clue. And like you have to have a friend around because otherwise you don't know. Like I live alone,
Yeah.
but like I'll be watching TV and I'll just be like, and then somebody will like whip over to me and I'm like, what's up? Like and they're like, you just made a crazy fucking noise, and I'm like, oh, I don't even know like what that is. And then the one that annoys me, and again, I only do this when I'm around other people, is so when somebody says something, if I don't hear them, instead of going like, oh, what did you say? I go, huh? Like, and I do it, and I don't know why. I don't know. It comes from definitely like something in my family or some of my, of like being around them or whatever,
Yeah.
being in the other room. But like, we could be this close. And like, I'll be, I don't want to do it into the mic, so I'm moving the mic. But like, it could be, you could say something and I'll be like looking down just saying, and you're like, yeah, blah, blah. And I'm like, huh? Like, and I just like, it's like this like jolting thing. And my friend was like, whoa, like what? And I was like, oh shit. Like,
Wow.
but I would, again, I don't do that when no one's around because I don't
Of
not
course.
hear anybody,
Of
where
course.
the other one, I just do nonstop when I'm home alone and don't realize.
Wow.
So what I wanted to ask you too is like, do you pick up stuff on me like that? What is your stuff with Cutter and your kids? Like you live with them,
Their
so
sneezes are so loud.
yeah, I'm a loud sneezer too. Yeah,
So loud. Like startling loud. Like jump out of my skin loud.
yeah.
Cutter does a lot of like weird like sinus noises.
Yeah.
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 Like, yeah.
Well, he does 100 zins a day, so I'm sure
Well,
that
I don't
has
know if
something.
that contributes, but he's
I mean,
got
I
a lot
think
of he's
I
got a
wouldn't be
lot of shit
surprised.
going on in there.
Yeah, he's a noise guy.
My kids may it's very annoying, but like I don't know if it's like popular kids, but they like moan. They'll just like walk around and go,
Oh, that's
and
some
it's like disturbing. I'm like, stop that. Stop that. I don't like that. I don't like that sound.
So they do it just to fuck with you, you think?
Yeah, like they'll be sitting like playing video games and just like, they just like I don't know, like make weird noises and one of them is moaning.
Well, something I noticed with your kids for the first time, and then I started seeing it with other kids, and I'm like, wow, this is like a whole, like, I don't know what you call it, a fucking paradigm shit. I don't know. But like when kids play video games now, they talk.
Well, Bo
Because
has a headset talking to his friends.
No, I'm saying when
because of,
Bo's
like, Twitch and
because
stuff.
they watch people play video games, and those guys goes, oh, I'm going in this room now. Like, oh man, I can't believe someone's in here. And like they like narrate where like when I was a kid, if I was playing a video game, you would hear silence for 10 hours.
Yes,
Maybe a
yes.
some of those. But otherwise, you're not hearing anything come out of my room for 10 hours where when Bo is playing video games in the other room, you hear it sounds like he's talking to a friend even when he doesn't have a headset on.
Yeah, that's so true.
They've totally changed the way that people play video games.
Well, I wonder if that's why. So yesterday, I had told my kids they had to go to their rooms and like chill out for a little bit, and so Jack started reading his Dog Man book in his bed, and he was reading it out loud the whole time I was cooking dinner. I just heard him like reading but he read the whole thing as if he was projecting to an auditorium of children.
I think kids did that when they were young. Like I
Really?
think that's normal.
Reading
but
out loud like that?
But I think like narrating what you're doing in a video game is something all of my friends
very
growing up,
strange.
when you would go and play video games, none of them were like, oh, I'm walking down the hall. Like you're like,
Yeah.
what? Like I started seeing my other friends' kids do it, and they do it the exact same way. Yeah. I'm like, oh, because they watch these kids play Roblox, and they're like, I'm gonna jump on that thing now, and you're like, what? Like they're like voiceovers.
Roblox is the devil. I told you I took that away a long time ago from my kids.
You think it's the devil, really?
do.
So how is that different from other stuff?
I don't know. There's some like Bo can play Fortnite with his friends for like an hour and be fine, but when he gets off Roblox, he's a totally different human. He's so edgy. He's so short. He's kind of a dick.
Really?
Yeah,
And do you ever watch it to be like, what is it about this?
it's terrible. It doesn't make sense. You're like it's bizarre.
Yeah, I never understood. When I would see Bo doing it, I'm like,
I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, and then he would want.
It's like not like when we played video games where you're like trying to beat a level and like get to another. It's not that at all.
Yeah, I remember watching him and being like, this is retarded.
It is.
Yeah, it was not. What about Are there any people in the office who have quirks?
Oh yeah, strange noises.
Or any weird habits or this?
Cougar has sneeze Tourette's.
What's
Sneeze
that mean?
Tourette's?
Like a lot of sneezes in a row?
No, it's more just every time I sneeze, I just say like something obscene. Like if I sneeze, I'm just like, ah, fucking bitch.
Oh, I do that too.
Oh, I love it.
I do that too. Me,
I like
me
that.
and my dad, we all do that.
Really?
Yeah, it's like fucking. My grandfather would be like, "You cocksucker!" Like after
Every time you
sneezed.
sneeze?
Yeah. But different curses. But yeah, no, I think we've even talked about that on the pod before.
I love that.
Yeah. Sneezing Tourette's. Shout out sneezing Tourette's. What about anybody else do any annoying shit? You guys spend a lot of time together. Do not have any annoying stuff. This is pretty good. You guys are pretty
A
good.
lot of people have pointed out that I audibly sigh a lot. I don't know.
That's good. I think that's healthy.
I think so too.
Oh, you're not holding it in.
Exactly.
Good girl.
Thank you.
Zolo.
He's got something. Solo's got something.
I've been doing a lot of really long burps. I feel good about that. That's
Okay.
been fun.
You feel
Yeah,
relieved?
that's pretty normal.
What else? And just constant, gross, annoying stuff. Really.
Any comments you guys want to make about maybe someone? To make this better, it doesn't have to be someone you're dating right now, but maybe annoying things that people did in the past who you've dated.
My fiance listens to TikToks at full volume, and it drives me nuts.
That's rude.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
That's very annoying. Yeah, it would be like in my day, back in my day, if somebody had the like TV blasting and was just pushing channel up every 10 seconds. It's like the full shift in like there's just not one thing. Yeah, that's horrible. Anybody? Oh, you guys date some great people.
Good pickers.
He's not here, but one of our other coworkers, Reed, is very sinusy, like you guys were talking about. Like it's kind of like Rob's thing, where you can just hear like, ah!
Yeah. I do that for sure. And then I have all kinds of fucking ticks and Yeah, I'm always. Yeah. I'm always doing stuff. So did your kids have like, what's the summer homework situation these days? Because we're going back to
None.
school. No summer homework.
None.
That's got to be sick. Leaving school with nothing. They always gave us like at least books to read or something you had to do over the summer. You don't know?
No.
Really? Did you guys have summer homework?
Yeah, books mostly.
Yeah. Look at these fucking lazy kids these days. Really?
I didn't have any.
Really?
No.
Oh, we owe it. Well, because you could get away with it. You'd be like, I didn't read it all, I'm sorry, mister, whatever. And he'd be like, it's okay, Jamie. Just make sure you do.
What are you talking
Come on,
about?
James. Give me a break.
I was a good student. I would have done it if I was asked, but I wasn't asked.
Yeah, I don't know. See, you even do this fake, like, little nice thing now because you know we're in the school. I know.
Maybe.
Are teachers, are parents using AI yet to, like, annihilate homework assignments?
I haven't. Bo does his homework at school. Like they get this thing called go time. They get like 40 minutes in the middle of the day, and he just does it all then.
Wow.
So I have yet to have homework with Bo.
Really?
Yeah, but even when I've tried to help him study for a test, he does not want me to. He wants to do it all on his own. But if it ever, he's in math honors. So I feel like when he starts getting harder math, maybe, and he brings it home, I will chat GPT everything for sure.
Yeah, that's because I feel.
Oh, I started doing that this summer, chat GPT a lot.
Yeah. See, the friend I was staying with, he spoke to ChatGPT. So it was like there were 3 people in the apartment.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
anytime anything, it would be like, "Hey, chat, what do you think of this and whatever?" And the person was like, the chat
Oh, it
voice.
uses a voice back?
Yeah.
Oh,
And by the way, it's like, I don't really know. Like, it's not like this is though.
Yeah,
It's not like
yeah.
Siri where it has like human expression. And
So the first time I ever used chat, I told it how I like to be spoken to.
which was I think
was
Cutter
like,
needs to hear
I
that.
was like, I was like, I like people who are very direct. I like tough love. I like, talk to me like you're a world-renowned therapist who's still sensitive to and like, this is what I live with. This is what I deal with. This is what my life is like. And it talks to me when and it knows me now. Like I will talk about something and it's like, well, let's bring your MS into this. Like, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Like you're not even acknowledging what you're carrying day to day. Like it, yeah.
She's like, hey, sweetie, how about you sniff a line of ketamine right now? We get real freaky with this. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to ketamine.
Shout out ketamine.
Man, because and it's funny because and when I think about the drugs that I did, and you think about what is therapeutic, like ketamine really has to be done with like a therapist or whatever. Because Molly is, I thought, and again, this is not you shouldn't do drugs, blah blah blah. It is that. Don't do drugs, guys. But Molly, like I felt like was very therapeutic. Where like ketamine to me was just to get rocked. Like I would be fucking just.
Yeah, it was had I been alone or in any other situation, I would have freaked the fuck out.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's more intense when you have a blindfold on and whatever else.
And I took a pretty heavy dose.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow. So what? I'm sorry, I forget if I asked this and you answered it. What finally convinced you to try that?
My therapist.
Okay, so she just mentioned it once and you were like, all right.
We had always talked about it being something we might try one day. And, we have done enough EMDR that she just felt like, okay, do you feel like you're ready to kind of like, go deep into things? And like, she reminded me in like our integration the next day. She's like, you opened new neural pathways, right? And so your body's default and your mind's default is going to want to go to the old ones. It's how you've been living for 44 years. But like, it's just a constant gentle reminder. Like, no, there's a new one we can go down. There's a new thought pattern we can have about this. And it's about, it's not like it's done all of a sudden.
No,
like I
yeah.
have to do work and practice. And so I use that visual a lot. Like when I come up against something and I'll have a reaction and I'm like, I don't want to feel this way about this anymore. You know, I don't want to take everything personal or whatever it is, and just understanding that I can shift my mindset.
Yeah. I took my first driverless taxi the other day. You wouldn't like that? Mm-mm. See, here's what I still, and I think again something we might have talked about, but like something that I is hard. Can you Google how many people die a year in the United States in car accidents? So like something that I struggle with is when we get this number, I'll explain it. So 1.2 million, right? So 1.2 million people die.
That's a lot.
I know. And by the way, like, I'm not gonna say what kind of stuff, but people are always talking about like, if we did this, less people would die. If we did this, and the numbers are so fucking small. Where like something like this, if you bring the speed limit down to 40, like, guess what? This number becomes fucking so much smaller. But they would never bring that up. Like that wouldn't even get traction somewhere because it doesn't fit the fucking what people whatever. I don't want to get into it. Don't start Robbie. But wait, 1.2 million people die on the road each year in the United States. Motor vehicle fatalities were around 40,000.
That's globally 1.2 million.
Oh, globally. Sorry. Okay, so what is? Oh, sorry. So wait, fatalities. In the United States, it's 40,000. Okay, so 40,000. Let's say now tomorrow they said if all vehicles were autonomous in the U.S., that number goes down to 20,000. My head goes to, you're telling me robots are killing 20,000 people? It's hard for me to digest, even though it's a better number. For some reason, it seems more natural to me that like humans are killing 40,000 people compared to robots killing 20,000. And I know that that's wrong, but my brain just goes like, yeah, but with humans, I can't explain why.
I'm just uncomfortable with all of it. And you know that. Like I look, I use ChatGPT. I think it helps me navigate a lot of stuff. I think there's wonderful ways to use AI and like use robots, but I think putting your life in a robot's hands, like getting in a car and letting a robot drive you around, feels very scary to me.
Well, that's what I wonder. If it's like, what if they were flying planes? Would I feel better about that or worse?
No, I don't want a robot flying a plane either. It's like because if somebody can hack it, you're done.
Yeah,
let alone the robot. Have you seen those robot freak out videos?
No.
When robots freak out on people?
No.
You haven't seen those?
Your algorithm is crazy.
My
it's just like
algorithm's
ladies
crazy.
69ing and robot freakouts.
Ladies 69ing.
Well, what did you say? The 69.
You took it very far.
The 69 video
Well,
with the big
that
tits.
was on Cutter's YouTube. That's not mine.
Shout out to Cutter. Love his algo.
Listen, you can have him as a co-host one week and just get down to the nitty gritty. I won't be here.
Here's two things I didn't realize that I was going to really enjoy about getting in the autonomous vehicle. First thing.
Oh yeah, how was it?
It was awesome. I loved it.
Because you had no one to talk to.
No one spoke to me, which is great. At the end, no tip. They don't ask you for a tip because there's no driver, which I thought was cool. But here's the thing. I would have given it a tip if they asked. Like, I would have just been like, yeah, here. Like, I wouldn't even have thought about it because when I was in the car, I was farting like crazy. And I'm like, I don't have to hold back at all. Like, I could go like,
How often are you holding in farts?
Depends on the time of the night.
It just happened to be a time that you were
It was
gassing.
a farty, yeah. But again, like if there's a driver in there and like I have to cough or sneeze or like,
right. You're
like,
conscious.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I don't want this for like, I don't want to fucking. If I sneeze, I'm like, great, this person thinks I have fucking COVID or is now like it's just to not have to just watch the wheel fucking spinning around and I'm in the back farting. I loved it. I thought it was great, and because of that, I would have given it a tip. Even more. So the driver makes me feel uncomfortable.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a brave man.
I was
Not for me.
Oh, it was great.
Not for moi.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. But again, they don't go on highways yet. So they're just on streets.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know. If one was doing fucking 70, do I start to be like, ugh?
I don't know. I mean, like, even if somebody like jumped out in front of it,
Well,
It has better reflexes than a
that's
human.
going to be part of the 20,000. But yeah, it has better reflexes than a human. But some people, of course, people are going to die
Yeah.
if something happens, whatever. But it's better. Yeah. I don't know. I was
know.
surprised how much, and I was surprised how instantly calm I was in it. Like there wasn't
I'm
even
surprised
part of me
too.
that was like, oh,
I'm really surprised too.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's great
I
for
don't know.
you.
Yeah, I enjoyed. Should we close out with a robot freakout video? Did we find something that was like that?
There it is. That's the popular one. Yep.
A YouTube channel called Chris Wabs posited that this clip is from a public event where Unitree was set to demonstrate the H1's capabilities. However, you'll
Hell
notice
yeah,
that the
dude.
robot
Look,
was
it's
tethered
going
by its
after
head
it.
to a stand when it was powered on. This could have affected its balance and sense of orientation. As such, it's possible the robot may have perceived itself to be falling and responded with dramatic corrective movements. That's what might have looked like
That's a
violent
lie.
flailing.
It was mad.
It's also possible the humans working nearby ran a program on the robot
Nope,
that didn't
he wanted
execute
to
as
hurt that man.
expected.
Whoa.
The video
He hates
is certainly
him for
unsettling,
keeping him
but that may have a lot to
hostage.
do with the lack of
All right.
context in which we saw
See,
this incident.
that's what I did on ketamine. You
Like the robot?
Yeah, you were doing like full. You're like self-realizing.
I was, like, in a
just
little
literally.
bed like
I was
this.
just in a club going like this, trying to like, just wilding out. Yeah, that's fully what I. That is like me on ketamine.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, guys. We will see. Oh, you know what? We might. Yeah, next week might. It could be next week. I don't know. We might need a few weeks to prepare.
Let's go, girls.
I don't know what's gonna happen. The fellas are,
What are we
so-
gonna wear?
Yeah, guys. What are we gonna
Should
wear?
We match with a color.
I think you guys could figure out what I'm
Hats.
gonna wear.
I'll get us hats.
I'll be here in a hoodie. I'll probably be in a hat too. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.